All right, welcome everyone to Project Gradis. My name is Jack,
I'm Sam.
and together we are building apps, and our goal is to sell one for $50 million. Now,
That's
my background is in business and data engineering, working on product and more of the business side of these apps.
and my background has been software engineering, and for the past 2.5 years, working on AI development.
So, kind of like breaking down like this video, we're gonna get into like why we're doing this. Again, this is just episode one. Why we're doing this, kind of the social media strategy behind it, as well as at the end of the video, we'll break down why specifically a $50 million sale is our goal. So to start off, why are we doing this? One, be entrepreneurial. I've tried different businesses my whole life. I think ever since I was a kid, I've been trying to do different businesses. Um, and one thing too, building products with friends is fun. Sam comes from a background of app ideas. Literally a couple months ago, he started talking to me about an app idea he had for job matching, and then I would give him kind of ideas back and forth. And then I started telling Sam about the sports betting prediction model that I was trying to work out. Where again, I've been in sports prediction in industry for over 10 years now. Studied sports betting when I got my master's. So I've been in the realm, wanted to do this for a while, and Sam was like, "Well, I can build this." I was like, "All right, that's cool." Um, and the third project where we haven't started as much is it kind of like one of those like food calorie counting apps. But we'll probably create that later on. Right now, the main one that we're working on is the sports betting aspect.
So yeah, I for the past about month and a half, I've been working on a project called X-Ray. Um, from what I can tell about the job market right now for people is that it's brutal, and I built a software that basically analyzes your job and is able to predict with about 86% accuracy the probability of it going away in the next few years, just based off trends. I'm able to um, basically scan both Workday, LinkedIn, and Indeed, and I'm being able to pick up keywords, seeing how much these jobs are going away. And it's not going away, they're evolving. So that's what I've been doing for the past month and a half, taking on some clients on the side, just trying to help them adapt to the world of AI. My background is I'm a self-taught engineer. During COVID, I taught myself software engineering in New York City. Ended up getting a job at Amazon for 2.5 years, moved up to Boston. And then for the past 2.5 years, I've been working directly with the cybersecurity division of the Air Force, working on a program called NIPR GPT, which is a IL-6 technical term for a large language model that is being used DOW wide right now. And when Jack came to me with this idea, I jumped on it because I honestly enjoy building AIs. I find it very interesting and fun, and how you're able to curtail the data and also use all different types of theories. You can use theories from physics. You can use something called the Pareto distribution, which we can get into in a later episode, that basically is able to analyze large sums of data and pull out the key success rates. And from there, even on our first day of launching the AI, we had a 38% accuracy rate. And 5 days later, now that we're ingesting only 2 APIs, the algorithm is now able to predict with, I think it's 45% accuracy. So we've had an increase of a factor of, I think it's 9 percentage points, which is faster than most AIs I've seen in the past. I think it's because we're working in a closed system of sports, but I'm excited to figure out why.
Cool. So those are kind of like some of the projects that we're focusing on right now. Again, it's the main three: X-Ray, this bonfire prediction sports model, and then the third project is the calorie kind of food model. So one thing, what is our social media strategy? Why post this on social media? So one of the things is Gary Vee talks all about being entrepreneurial and just documenting everything, documenting things from the very beginning all the way through to the very end, and to build an audience, build a brand. And so I was like, okay, Gary Vee's one of the smartest people in the industry. I'll follow it. Two, it's kind of cool to document everything. Once this eventually happens, once we sell an app for $50 million, we can look back. see this first video. This first video, it is what it is. We kind of were literally struggling 10 minutes ago trying to get StreamYard to work, moving it back and forth between different computers because my computer's not that strong.
It's interesting, honestly, because like my buddy Finn, he does social media full time, and I tried to make a video with Emma for maybe 10 minutes last night. Bro, I feel so uncomfortable in cameras. It's so funny.
It's very weird to start. Like I've had my social media page for like a little while now, but it's not anything. It's very different, but then you kind of get used to it. And now being on social media is definitely something you have to adapt to. I'm still adapting to it, even though I kind of post frequently, but it's still something you have to adapt to. The other aspect of the building the brand is getting ideas of reviews. So like I have a Discord community, so we've been talking to them about, hey, what are different ideas that you'd like to see in the app? What would you want? And so we can kind of test different ideas pretty quickly. And one of the biggest aspects too is build an audience to launch it. So nobody knows who we are. No, literally no one knows who we are. That's one of the biggest problems of selling a product and marketing it is when you're small, no one knows who you are. So no one knows what to do, how to access the app, how to get customers, different things like that. So by building a brand on social media, documenting our process again from zero all the way to the final sale of one of these apps, we'll hopefully build an audience. I mean, right now we have 0 subscribers, but hopefully by the end we have more than 0. I don't think you can have negative on YouTube, but you might be able to do that. But so that's the whole thing. Grow the social media. We have a YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We tweet, trying to like kind of track how the days have been going and everything going on. So yeah, it's just building a presence, trying to build an audience pretty much from scratch. Now, the $50 million sale, it's actually a math equation done backwards. And that's kind of how we came to it. And pretty much the way it works is a $50 million sale. Half of that money is going away to taxes. Government always gets theirs. 25 million is going away. So then we're left with 25 million. Clearly there's 2 of us, 50-50 partners. So then that 25 mil gets cut in half again, 12 and a half each. By the time we grow this to $50 million, we're going to guess more people will probably be involved, might have a bigger team, which means the cap table will also shrink. So that brings us down to about $8 million. At $8 million, now I have $8 million. I want to buy cool things. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a cool car that I could never buy. Go on a nice vacation. I've always wanted, like, my dream is to go on a private jet. I don't know about Sam, but that's been my dream my whole life.
I can't fit
buy a horse. I love horse racing. I'd love to buy a horse to have it horse race. What do you say?
I can't fit in a PJ.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you can. Professional athletes can fit in private jets. You can fit in a private jet.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we'll take, once we sell the app, Sam, we'll take a private jet back to Boston.
Okay. All right.
We'll do that.
I just don't want to be uncomfortable.
I'm sure they're big enough for people your size, bud.
All right.
And then, so, say that's, we just spend $1 million or whatever. Then after that, the main thing is at $5 million, we'll have left over each at least. And at $5 million, you can just put that into a high yield savings. Generates around $225,000 a year off the bat, just off of interest without touching it, which pretty much anyone can live off. 225 is a lot of money. You can live off of that. And then the other 2 million, we can create new investments. I've always wanted to create a VC to kind of build products, work on different products. It's kind of why we're doing this. So with that money, we're able to kind of break it down into create almost like a savings account for each other to, live comfortably and be able to build more things while also, being able to, we sold a company for $50 million. We're able to buy cool things, buy cars. Maybe we'll get matching Lamborghinis or something. But that's kind of how everything started. And this is, the first video.